Hello and welcome to Toast Talk 95, District 95's very own podcast for Toastmasters. The point of this podcast is to show you what goes behind the curtain of Toastmasters. Today we have Jules Carter joining me. She's going to be hosting a very special interview. But first, Jules, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, of course I can. I'm Jules Carter and I'm currently the brand lead for D95, which means I am the person who likes to go, please use the right colours and please use the right wording. I'm also the person who will sit and answer any questions you have if you need a little bit of help.
Fantastic. And I am the manager PR for District 95. Basically, our job is to communicate with all clubs members if they have any questions related to promoting Toastmasters or they need a little bit of help. And Jules is responsible for making sure that we do it in a classy way and a branded way. You may have a few questions here and there, and it's not possible. Now we've been able to be available 24/7. So the idea is that we have used a tool by which we're using the manual, and we can ask questions. To demonstrate that, we're going to interview the brand manual. So without further ado, Jules, are we ready?
We are, let's go for it.
Welcome to the stage, the brand manual. Okay, so this is the brand manual, and as you can see, can we go to page one? So this is a website called pdf.ai. We've uploaded the brand manual, and we can ask questions. The link will be made available to you. You can do it yourself as well, but we've made it available for the whole district. So the link will be shared with you, and you can just click on it and then ask questions. So Jules has asked the question as an example first off, and then we'll do it live. First question is,
First question is, as I try and pop it in there, do I need branding?
yes. So what's the point of branding? Why do I need branding for Toastmasters? I can, just use a black and white Word doc and type everything on it and send it across. So we ask the brand manual, and the brand manual says,
Yes, branding is important for maintaining a consistent and recognisable identity for Toastmasters International. One of the things I often relate this to, for example, is a smartphone. A smartphone with an apple on it is worth a lot more than a smartphone with a pear on it because we trust the brand. And Toastmasters has spent a lot of time trusting the brand. So it's done the hard work for you.
yes. So just as you noticed that when Jules put in this question, the answer it gave, and it's analyzing the brand manual and giving us the result, and also giving references by page number. So Jules, let's try another question.
Let's make it a little bit more of a practical question. This is, how can I use the Toastmasters logo? And this is one I get asked a lot by VPPRs because there are, believe it or not, rules about how we use the Toastmasters logo. And this is a great little paragraph to say, make sure that it's prominent and that it's discreet. So
The thing is that whenever we're using the logo, or everybody is here to learn something new. So
Mhm.
we don't know these answers, how to use them, where to use them, So how can I use the Toastmasters logo will give you an answer. But if you just twist it around, what is the best way to use Toastmasters logo in a flyer? If you can just, what is the best? Yeah. So while Jules writes this down, and you see the page reference, I just love that it gives you an answer base as if it's a human answering. The best way to use the Toastmasters logo in a flyer is to ensure that it has good contrast with the background. You see, so all of this information is analyzed by the AI, and then you are given the response. If we click on page 22 here in this case, it will give you a reference. It's obviously on the internet, so it may take a few seconds. We've become very restless. So logo placement on photography, how to use the logo, and it gives you an idea. And if you click on page 31, on the next one, it will take you there. And again, we'll feel a little anxious and restless while the circle it's going circle, round and round. But the point is that it will you go answer the question directly. So corporate club guidelines gives a reference to what it understands and then responds. So it's quite interesting. Jules, anything else you want to add?
No, I think it's brought up a perfectly legitimate answer and it's practical as well. So you can read just that page of the manual.
Yeah.
And
So if I have this question like, what are the colors allowed? What colors are allowed, for instance, or because I don't remember and I am designing a flyer or just touching up. So it talks about it. And if I need the codes, I just say, can you just ask it if it is the codes? What are the hexa codes? So it will give you all the
Amazing.
codes that are available. And it's brilliant because you can just copy, paste it in PowerPoint, Canva, whatever your style of making flyers or anything or the letters. You can use the brand colors and it's right there. You just copy, paste it in the color palette and you won't be wrong. So
And hex code is by far the easiest way to get the colours.
yeah, you don't have to use a dropper to pick it the color up or anything. It's so easy. But Jules, this question is for you now. Why do we go through this all trouble? I mean, it's not that big of a deal, right? Is it? Or is it? Is
I,
it
th-
not? Or is
I,
it?
I think that's a very good question. All of this means that the second someone sees the marketing you've done, it is linked in their brain to the marketing you've done for the last 10 years. We talk a lot about brand loyalty, but what brand loyalty actually means is trust. And this tells people they can trust you. It tells people that you will go to an established club. It tells you that it will go to something that is community based and not a coach trying to sell their services. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that this is what we are. And that's what it says. It, as Jeff Bezos says, it's what people say about you when you've left the room.
Yeah, that's what brand is. And something to add on to
Absolutely.
that is you've got to understand that once we have to use the same font, we have to use the same colors because we are part of this organization. If we go differently, I'll go as far as saying it's not a sin to use that, to do that, but it doesn't make sense. Why should we walk away from the brand that is 100 years old, has made an impact? There, there's so many people who've benefited from Toastmasters and they recognize the logo, they recognize the colors. So once you're designing it, it is like if we ask the brand manual, for instance, about the fonts. I think we already have that question, and I'll go into. So it is, David Ogilvy, an advertising genius, used to say it's always in the details. It's in the details of the design that creates the difference.
The
So
art
if
of marketing is consistency. Nothing is ever instant, but it's repeated themes over time. And part of that repetition is the branding. We don't realise it, but when we look at a page that's been produced by Toastmasters International, we feel comfortable because we can see the text that we're familiar with. If I went into the website, hacked the website, and changed all the fonts to cursive style, all of us would instantly feel uncomfortable and wouldn't be able to say why.
exactly.
It's this unspoken, unconscious connection that we have. And that's what the brand helps to build so your marketing becomes more effective quickly.
Exactly. And to help that, we've created this tool. Now, I think we missed that. Can we take the question, what fonts do I use? So I can just, we
Yes, we
have that
can.
question. Thank you. So
I put the
thank
colours
you,
in
Jules,
next
for
time.
putting in. Thank you for doing this. It's quite interesting, when you're doing a podcast and you're using a tool which is explaining something. So the point was that we're here, all of us, to learn public speaking and leadership skills. Branding is part of the same thing. We just need to understand the link between it. Branding is consistency. You should be consistent in your communication, in the way you communicate. Similarly, whenever you will want to create a brand of your own, or whether it's for your company or for your client or for yourself, you will need to have your own brand book. And this is how it should look like. Toastmasters brand manual helps us understand that. Now, in this question, it also helps us understand why the fonts need to be consistent. So, Source Sans Pro, it's a simple font, it's available, and you can use this. Myred Pro is also available. And why? Again, I think the one word that will keep on coming up, like the word of the day in a Toastmasters meeting, is consistency. So you to be consistent, to be identifiable, whether it's in Australia, New Zealand, Bhutan, Nepal, India, Dubai, USA, Argentina, Venezuela, wherever there is a club, it will have the same logo, but it's the PR teams all over the world that are making sure The VPPR at all the clubs is making sure that the communication is consistent and everybody understands that we have to follow these the points being consistent for branding and communication.
And so important.
Yes.
It's
So
trust, it's credibility.
So in the link of in the text of the post today, you will see the link. The link is also being scrolled at the bottom. You can use that one, but it's I think it's easier if you just click on the post, whether it's on Facebook or LinkedIn. Just click on the link, and you can open this manual and ask questions, just like we showed you, and that will be so helpful to you. The other thing that we're about to do is we're going to give you templates, and Jules and I will do another one of these where we will be sharing with you templates, especially for the competition templates. And if they come in, if they're done already, we can share it in the same post. But if not, we can send it across again. And do read the Friday newsletters that are sent to everyone because they're very important. Now, they will also have the contest. So all you need to do is you need to put your club's name, the date and time of your competition, and you can edit it. You don't need to worry about the fonts. You don't need to worry about the colors. Jules is already worried about it. I got it
Oh, yeah.
designed. She's designed it, and I've designed it with the team, and then Jules has reviewed it, and now it's approved. And if you don't change the font or the colors, it will be consistent. So just imagine we have 139 clubs. All of them post similar looking posts for the competition, whether it's in Germany, Norway, Sweden, or any of the 7 countries that we have. And it has different dates. People will become curious and they will knock on your doors. The presidents and the VP membership will definitely get this. What's going on in this area? So it's a good opportunity to be showing off our capability. So, any last message, Jules?
Just that it's a tool that's there for you. It's designed to make your life easier, and it can put me out of a job.
I seriously doubt that because I think with these tools, our game or our situations improves. We go into
Absolutely.
technical stuff from making answering questions about flyers. We'll probably go into answering questions about manuals, designing speechcraft sessions, or in different languages, website development, which we want to do, but we normally get into this area of what colors of the flyers, what is right, what is wrong, all of that.
I think it as well. I said that very tongue in cheek, but sometimes people feel uncomfortable reaching out to you because it's kind of you're taking up someone's time, you're working out, am I bothering you? What if I don't get a reply? This takes that away. It's an
Mm.
instant quick fix that can be there when I'm working in my day job, or when I'm reading my son's bedtime story. It's a sort of accessible step to me, but as a takeaway, I am also always here to answer your questions. I'm just slower
Yes.
than the brand manual.
Well, I wouldn't call you slower. It's just that as it is, life is requires us to pay attention on different things. Here, I'd like to say that Jules has motivated me as well, to make sure that I understand the brand manual and create designs accordingly. So you're going to make your life easy if you ask the brand manual questions and just follow what it's saying. And the idea is that we want you to be able to answer the questions whenever they pop in your mind. So if you're the VPPR president, if you have any branding related questions, this is going to be it. And we can see the number of questions. So the more number of questions, the more innovations we will be introducing within the district. And thank you very much for joining. Thank you, Jules, for your time.
Thank you.
And do comment below what you think about it, and whether it's on Facebook or LinkedIn, just let us know. If you have any questions, still write to us, and we're doing this Toast Talk 95 for you, so we can connect with you better, rather than once maybe a year that you find out, oh, he's the brand manager, or the she's the manager PR, or oh, we have an area, we have a district. So all of those questions are being answered. You just need to invest time. And the trick is that you can double speed and watch these interviews as well. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you, Jules. Thank you,
Thank
Brand
you.
Manuel. And I'll see you later. Next one. Bye.
Bye.